pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
You ever been in that situation where you're like, you know what, right now, me and my ex, I wonder what they're doing. You know, you start thinking about the times in the past where you're like, we had something so special. Things were going so well. You remember the time when you remember, oh, hold on a minute. Remember that time when she said you weren't her type? Remember that time when he told you that he don't really like you like that? Remember that time where they were texting someone else when they were with you? Remember that time when they betrayed you, when they cheated on you? Remember that time when actually, really and truly, the reason why you broke up was because you all had different ambitions and different goals? Remember that time that you actually broke up because actually your mama don't like you and her daddy don't like you and your grandma and this and that? You start thinking about all those issues? Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying to you? Your relative situation is they still owe you £42, $73. And I don't know why I said pounds and dollars because you can't have both. You know what I'm saying to you? That's how confused you are. You know what I'm saying to you? Is that me or is that you? That's me. That's you. But you know what I'm saying? There's confusion. Okay, so you're emotionally addicted, where you're confusing chaos with connection and chemistry with compatibility. All right. Let me just say this now, because you might not want to hear it from me. But that no contact is essential right now. Okay, it's essential right now. Here's the thing. Here's the difference between wanting them and being addicted to them. Because sometimes what's actually happening is you have got cravings that you're so used to having. Like I have a struggle with sugar. I love sugar. Okay, I love chocolates. I love sweets. I love anything, muffins, cakes. I love all that stuff. You tell me now not to have cakes, muffins, chocolate. I'm going to have withdrawal symptoms. I'm going to find it very difficult not to want to eat those things because I'm so used to those cravings. How can I forget? But I want you to understand this. When a relationship ends, the pain doesn't just go away, okay? There is a lot of pain that comes from losing that person because that relationship is now dead, okay? And so there's a grief period, all right? So it comes from losing your emotional routine. Say it with me, emotional routine. Now, if I'm lying, I'm flying. And if I'm flying, then I'm lying. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Okay? You miss your emotional routine. You miss the validation. You miss the attention. You miss the physical touch. You miss the constant mental stimulation. You miss them calling you. You miss them texting you. You miss them being around you. Okay? And that's normal. All right. And what you're having right now is what we call a dopamine withdrawal. Okay. All right. It was beautiful while it lasted, but it was probably not the right kind of relationship for you. Right? It's broken up for a reason. So let's go with three main points. All right. We're going to talk about the addiction to the high, not the health. We're talking about the brain is lying to you. And number three, you're not lonely. Okay, you're not lonely for them, you are lonely with yourself. Sometimes we need to do some extra work with ourselves. Let's break down these 3 points really, really quickly. But before we do, make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, you click on that bell button for the notification of the uploads. Don't forget, if I'm lying, then I'm flying. And if I'm flying, then I'm lying. You understand what I'm saying to you? I got you. All right, point number one, you're addicted to the highs, not the actual health. I want you to understand something, right? That it is easy to get addicted to the highs of the relationship where, you know, things are going so well, right? And then you have these mad extreme lows in that relationship. And so sometimes it creates this roller coaster effect, which gets addictive. And I want you to understand that, you know, this is not good. Okay, this is not where you want to be. This is not the right kind of relationship you want to be in. Now, it sounded fun, of course it did, but it's a little bit toxic. Okay, and even if it wasn't a toxic relationship, reality is that this relationship has come to an end because something wasn't working quite right. It's still intense. You're still going to feel it. That's the addiction of the emotional highs. Okay, and it's followed by emotional crash, which is where you're at right now. You are at the crash site of your emotions, and you're looking around at seeing how can I repair this quickly. And the quickest way you can repair it, you're thinking to yourself, is if we get back together again. Trust me, that ain't it. Keep that no contact. Okay. So here's a bad response. A bad response is you text them because you're remembering good times. Hey, remember? You know, you start talking to them and then you say, remember them times that we used to do? You trying to draw them back in emotionally? My guy, we need to focus. We need to focus on being on our own and focus on healing from the grief that we are feeling right now. Here's a better response. You remind yourself why you had to leave in the first place. You are jumping back into a situation without actually even dealing with the original issue. You haven't solved it, right? So right now you're intoxicated because of the highs that you actually experience in that relationship. I get it. They're sweet. Their lips are succulent. Yes, their touch is comforting. Yes, the back rubs were amazing. The food was succulent as well. Yes, I hear it. But remember, you haven't solved the issue. Okay? You haven't solved the issue. All right. Addiction, right? This is what you're on. The addiction feels like a roller coaster. So right now, this is what you're on. It's thrilling, but yet it's always crashing. And you're feeling this push and pull effect right now. But I want to let you know, listen, this ain't the time. Okay. Number two, the brain is lying to you. There are chemicals that tend to happen after a breakup. There are feelings that happen after a breakup. Okay. All right. And so sometimes we don't realize that the breakup was actually our blessing in disguise because there were red flags and things that were happening that we were like, actually, this doesn't work for me. This is why we are where we are. And if you're the person on the other end, like, I don't know why we actually broke up, then why are you here? Why are you trying to get back at them? You don't know why you broke up. Get back to no contact because in reality, you don't know why you broke up in the first place. No point going to ask them again. Okay, because they probably don't want to explain themselves again. If it's confusing, leave it as it is. They need to come and they need to come and make it concise and clear. You should have figured that out when you first broke up. You should have asked the question you should have asked. You should have made sure you knew why you guys actually broke up in the first place. If you don't know, I'm my guy. Leave it alone. Okay, leave it alone. Don't let the brain lie to you. Okay, the bad response here is we had problems, but they got me like no one else. No one else gets me like you do. Mm, I hear it, but leave it alone. Okay, because here's a better response. They triggered me like no one else too. Let's not forget that part. Okay, all right. Let's not forget the fact that whilst yes, they don't, no one gets you like they do. There's a reason why you ended up where you are right now, even though they knew you better than anyone else did. Why are you in the situation you are right now? Figure that out. Why it matters because dopamine and oxytocin create memory bias. Sometimes when we have these breakups and we're in pain and we look back at these memories, we start looking at it in a better way than it actually was. And then when you get back into a relationship, you're like, damn, this, you're like, oh my gosh, I now realize why we left in the first place. You don't want to have that moment. There's no need. Okay. You got to remember how you really felt when you get back in that relationship. So trust me, stay in a no contact zone. Okay. Keep your phone to yourself. Keep your messages to yourself. Keep your calls to yourself. Keep you meeting them to yourself. We don't need to do any of those stuff. Number three, you're not lonely for them. You are lonely by yourself. Okay. You're lonely with yourself. Having a relationship with yourself means really developing what your wants and your needs are, really exploring what your likes are, what your dislikes are, exploring your hobbies and your interests. And sometimes when you have a breakup, it allows you to kind of refocus back on yourself. In a relationship, you shouldn't lose yourself. You should be able to bring yourself to the table. And of course, there are compromises and there are exchanges of sacrifices we may have to make, but don't lose yourself. Okay, this breakup is reminding you not to lose yourself and that to get reacquainted with you once more again. So, what are you really missing here? Is it that this relationship is giving you back the distraction from life and actually really establishing what you actually want and what you actually need? Hmm? I know you're alone right now, but does it feel you feeling this emptiness? Why are you feeling this emptiness? Maybe because, of course, it hurts and it's painful, but maybe also you're feeling empty because you haven't really actually ever poured into yourself. Maybe this relationship wasn't pouring into you the way it needed to, right? So solving the issue by going back, trying to message them, call them, to try and ease that pain ain't gonna help you. Okay, all right. Scrolling past their old photos and wondering if they miss you too, and trying to reminisce and be like, "Hey, I wonder if this." Let it go. Let it go. Trust me. Here's a better response. Okay, you have to sit with loneliness and start to explore you and figure out what is it that I want and what is it I need. And because if you're asking the question, they were everything I needed and everything I wanted, yet they were unable to supply your wants and your needs. That's why you're broken up in the first place. Then maybe they weren't actually supplying your wants and your needs. Maybe you actually need to get closer to what your actual wants and needs are. So he says, three things we need to do. Okay. Three things we need to bring to the table right now. Number one is, it might sound corny, but I do this when I coach clients, is write a letter to yourself. Really addressing how you really feel about this relationship and what was missing from the relationship, what you actually needed from the relationship, right? What went wrong in this relationship? Really going deeper into observation as to really changing the outcomes in future by understanding where you went wrong or where the person went wrong in this past relationship. Okay, helps keep you grounded. Number two, detox from emotional triggers. Okay, unfollow them, delete them, cancel them, whatever you need to do. Stop seeing them. Stop having billboards light up on your phone and light up in your world when they are on your social media. Okay, all right. Because every time you get an emotional trigger, it just throws you backwards. And yeah, you might feel you might feel incentivized by seeing them on your platform or seeing them on a social media site or even having an interaction. It might incentivize you, but it just means now you have to reset yourself. The detox is to help you reset yourself to see clarity, to have clarity, to make an actual informed decision. Number three, what we do is called create a craving kit. And there's nothing crazy. It simply is a routine, right? Whether it's running, jogging, gym, whether it's music, whether it's interests and hobbies, doing something new, whatever it is, create that kit that's going to help you navigate when you are feeling like you want to surrender and give all. Okay. All right. So I want you to know that replacing the addiction with healthier emotional responses is about creating new normal. This will help you. Okay. You don't want them back. You want relief. And that's completely different. You don't want them back. You want relief. You want to stop this pain that you're feeling right now. Okay. So healing doesn't always feel good, but I can tell you this now. Sitting in silence, dealing with your cravings, riding a wave, choosing you always will actually help. I'm not saying that you should go your own way forever. I'm saying that healing time is needed. Okay. It's not just about letting them go. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about reclaiming your independence. It's about rediscovering you. So here's a call to action. I want you to understand something. Are you ready to chase emotional highs? Are you still in a place of wanting to chase emotional highs? Are you still in a place of trying to make excuses why you need to text them? Are you still in a place of trying to figure out a plan and strategy, how to get them back, rather than actually focusing on you and what you actually need? So if you are somebody repeating toxic cycles, choosing the wrong men, choosing the wrong women, choosing the wrong kind of people, then this is the time to actually break through. Stop the emotional addiction. Okay? Booking a one-to-one session with me. Let's start working on this. Let's start moving forward. Let's start growing. Let's start transforming, because I don't need you in the same place. And you don't need you in the same place. And they don't need you in the same place. All right. Subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell button for notification on uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. We'll see you again soon.